There we go, guys. I cleaned her up a little bit. It was pretty low. I'd like to take that big piece off, but I can't reach it. If there was another side-by-side that I can stand in the box, I could bring my chainsaw up and cut that piece off, but way better than what it was. I mean, most flags won't even touch that. I know I can go under that now and not even touch it, but wow. So I'm on, I'm gonna say day 15 or 16 of my fast. I'd have to look at it, but it's in there somewhere. So just over 2 weeks, strict water. And even though this is not hard work, man, I could feel it. I should have brought some water out here with me. Like, my campsite's only there about maybe less than a quarter mile, so it's not like I was, you know, walking for, you know, 8 days and 8 nights. But I had a big drink of water before I left, but I should have brought a bottle with me. Anyways, I've been meaning to come here. Last year when I was here, I went underneath that, walking, of course. I didn't have the side-by-side, and I thought it was getting low. Well, a year later it was really low, so I'm surprised somebody else hasn't trimmed this up yet, because there's as you've seen, there's a lot of side-by-sides and quads and dirt bikes that come through here all the time. But yeah, at least now that shouldn't be an issue. Whew, now walk back to the camper and get some water. So it's not even noon yet, and it's pretty warm. It's pretty warm, not complaining though. So in case you guys are wondering how I actually test to see how much propane I got left in my tanks, I use my heat gun. So I just looked on here, and I don't know if you can see that, which you might. So it's saying it's right there, it's 62, 66, 68, 70. So this tank here, I can, and even by my touch I can tell. So what I do is I pull the tanks out and let the sun hit them for about 10 minutes. And I can tell there's a difference. So this tank is basically, I got another hour on this tank, I bet. But if you come to my inside tank, and you guys know that I only use this tank when this one runs out, and then I fill this one up immediately. So, well, I can actually go closer. So you'll see it's like 60. Then I'm just going to go up slowly, 61. So right now I'm halfway up the tank, it's 63. And then all of a sudden, there's 70, 68. So usually, if I'm at the bottom and that's coldest, usually within about 4 or 5 degrees, I'm getting close to the surface of it. So this tank here, I'm going to say is right about here somewhere. And this one here is down to here. So this one's pretty well empty. So tomorrow I'm heading into town, I guess, and filling up this tank. I think they're heading up to invade Canada. That's it. It's a good thing I got the, well, they're folded now, but it's a good thing I got the 2 flags on here. Yeah. There's just not enough room for me to get up in there. Damn it. Well, if there's not enough room for you, there ain't going to be no fucking room for... Hey, you know what, bud?
I promise you, right?
You know what?
What?
I got an 8-ton jack in this rig.
Yeah, what's that? I try and be prepared too, and I've got a bunch of tools, but they're not right.
It's all ready to go. Okay. There's your frame up here. I'd be putting it on that guy right there. That is the frame.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Oh, huh? How does that feel? Oh, fuck. I'll be able to do push-ups underneath there. Move this shit because I don't want to pick up this whole pack off the ground. I am thinking this guy here will work.
If you don't mind me asking, what does a rig set up like this run?
60,000.
Oh my golly. And is it as fast as it sounds?
It's 240 horse and they govern it at 100 miles an hour. Today it is the most powerful side-by-side on the market. It's a Can-Am and they call it the Razor Killer. And I'm not joking.
Well, boy, I can understand.
That's a male.
Oh,
That's payback. That's fucking payback, isn't it?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Good job. Okay. Here's the blue female. You want the blue female?
Yeah, I don't care.
All right. Male.
Okay, that fits.
Oh.
It just slid right on.
You got that on?
Oh, fuck yeah.
The one in the very back?
Yep. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay. All right, let me crimp this thing on. Right there. Scalpel.
I've got that too. That's what I was going to use on me for a few seconds.
I need those yellow. Let me do it from up top because I think it'll be a lot fucking easier if I do it from up top.
Go there this year.
Oh, okay.
You know, I've been hunting all my life and I've worked all my life as a pipe fitter, and you know, I'm not really, I understand what I need to do to cleanse myself and keep myself warm. It's just a little bit too basic.
I just go for people watching.
Yeah.
No,
I
seriously.
did that. I went up there, you know, and hee-hawed around, and I didn't go to the free table because there's nothing there I want nor I need. And I just was like,
I just giggle, to be honest.
some of the things they talk about, I think, really?
Yeah, but don't forget though, Bob started this whole thing out for people like him that were forced in their vehicle.
Right.
So it's never going to change from that. It's always about helping people that are down on their luck and stuff.
Right.
And I knew that coming here. I did not go to the Artera because I need to find out how to dress in warm weather. From all over the place.
Right.
So then last winter we spent January the 21st is when we crossed the border, and we came back in March sometime.
See, that's what me and my ex-wife did. We would go down and take our vacation in La Paz. And
Yep.
we would stay down in La Paz and watch the Baja run,
Yep.
and then end our vacation that way.
Yep.
And now, you know, we're no longer, I've only been married that one time, but it's just me now. And so I'm just like, yeah.
Scared the crap out of me. Hey, I said that was a nice dog.
Yeah, I got a treat for you.
I passed her over here. I said, nice dog. She goes, thanks. And then all of a sudden, he scared the shit out of me.
Oh God, I guess.
Well, because I'm laying down. That's the part that scared me.
I'm actually surprised you
I'm doing this all by feel, and
I was surprised you got that clip off there. I was like,
I've got to be out here to do it. But now I can't see fuck all, so it's all by feel.
and that's an awkward ass position to try and do nothing.
I should be fucking
What
close.
made you want to retire, or did you want to retire?
Well, I wanted to retire.
Yeah.
See? What I wanted to do last time. Go ahead and turn it on run.
Down and get it on the ground. Right, it's ready.
See? Okay, now here's the thing. It won't start, and when you turn the key, there's no power going to it. We still have a problem with that circuit. That's why it went like this and died. So we're getting close, but you get what I'm saying?
I do get what you're saying.
So there's an issue, and it could be in here that I just haven't found yet.
So the starter actual part of it is fine.
It is now.
Now it's the lever or wherever.
Well, exactly. Now this is going to take because I'm just going to go from fuse to fuse to fuse to fuse because I read them all, and the ones I thought would be it weren't it. All right, guys, just kind of bear with me for a little bit here. I'm just collecting some stuff. You would have saw me helping a gentleman out with his vehicle. I came across him about I'm gonna say 2 or 3 in the afternoon yesterday, and he had a problem with his van. You would have saw us working on it. So at the end of the day, I was able to fix the starter on his van, but found out that the PCM, the powertrain control module, is burnt on it. So now, and again, I apologize, guys, but I'm just trying to get stuff done here. We got it back to his campsite. He called a tow truck, and we're going to get it up on some ramps that I have, and from there we're going to take it off. So go into Blythe or something. I'm not sure at this exact moment how he's getting into Blythe, whether I'm going to be his wheels. We'll see though. While I have you on the, and again, sorry guys, I'm kind of getting some stuff here. I just want to give a quick thing on my fasting. So right now this is day 16. No issues. I mean, like every day is not perfect. Sometimes I get a little bit hungry or whatever. You would have saw me trimming those thorn bushes over here on the trail. Wow. I mean, I was pretty well exhausted. Like I had to take breaks. I had nothing. And just the sheer force doing this, my shoulders were aching. So definitely, you definitely know when you're not taking nutrients, you know it. But that being said, I'm looking for one more shack or something to hook on. I don't want to use my winch. So we're going to put the van in neutral ramps. Sorry guys. Okay, sockets, 2 ramps. So if you don't know by now, I don't mind helping people. If I have something to offer, I'm definitely going to help somebody. I'm not going to leave them stranded. So yeah, I worked on his van about 4 hours yesterday. Actually, basically we finished in the dark. I have to wear my cap lamp. Today it's not even noon yet, so we're going to have lots of time to do what we're going to do. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I got the ramps, the tow strap. I still need something to hook onto to be able to pull them up on the ramps. So yeah, so basically what am I saying here? We got the fasting's going good. No issues there on the fasting. And as far as everything else is going, everything seems to be going good. So the RTR is over, and I'm just hanging out now. I don't even know what, today is Saturday, let's put it that way. I know what Saturday is. So the last video, you just would have saw it coming out yesterday. But yeah, 16th day now on my fast. It's a long time without food. And for those that say, no, you'll starve to death, well, no, you won't. That's one thing I kind of giggle a little bit when I hear these shows about, oh yeah, he went missing for 2 weeks and they found him and the cause of death was starvation. No. Water. You got 3 days, maybe 4 possibly without water. You can go a hell of a long time without food. The record right now for somebody without food is 368 days, I believe, without food. I did 21 days, no big deal. I'm on my 16th day. Do I look like I'm going to die tomorrow? No. But you definitely, don't get me wrong, you're definitely not running no marathon. Let's put it that way. But anyways, all right, let me collect the rest of the stuff and we'll head over to our buddy.
That right there is a camera?
Yeah. The same camera's on there.
Maybe I should have spent the $3,000 and put a down payment on one of these instead of that e-bike.
black little tab on the top that you're allowed to squeeze in, and then pull it out. Well,
ooh, is it supposed to be that tight?
not really. I could have gave you some bad advice. I could slide underneath there and do it. I did the other one. It took me like 2 seconds.
I know you did it awfully quick, and you sure made it look easy.
Yeah, but maybe I'm telling you the wrong way. I don't know. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head how I did it. Okay, no, it shouldn't be that tough. Let me just take a quick look. But you know what I mean? I did it once, now I'm trying to remember how I did it. How's the little foamy treating you? Is it not in heaven?
Yeah, that's heavenly.
That's why I have it. Okay. Okay, camera, pay attention.
Gigi, I don't know how to help you, sir.
No, you're doing good. Yep, no, it came off. That's one. That's two.
And that's
Oh, that shit in your face. Now, here's the problem. Before I unplug these, we gotta know where they go back in. So, I'm gonna put a tie wrap on each one of them. One will have one will have two, one will have three, and one will have four.
right, all the way through.
Right?
For the amp.
Number one will be the front of your vehicle.
Right. Going
Number
back.
4 will be the furthest.
Right, got it.
Sound like a plan?
Yep, makes sense.
Let's put 2 on you.
Do you have a felt tip marker, or do you?
No felt up. No, I just put the tie wraps on it, right? 2 tie wraps, 3 tie wraps.
Oh, I got you. Okay, you're gonna go by the number on the tie wrap.
Ooh,
I got you already.
because they're not gonna fall off or get smudged. There's one.
That makes all the sense in the world.
Well, see, I'm not just a pretty face, my friend.
Oh,
Holy. Well, putting them up on ramps did give us some room under here, didn't it?
Sure, I've got paper towels and baby wipes.
Yep, that's you can see what's in the trunk side by side.
Baby wipes.
I got paper towel, baby wipes, toilet paper, and Gatorade. Plus a jack, plus a tire repair kit,
Plus half.
plus a tire iron to change the tire. Okay, number 1's got 1 on it, number 2's got 2 on it. How about number 3? Let's go for number 3. Yay, number 3.
right here, Zach. You want 3 of these zip ties, right?
Number 3 is off.
Okay, here's 3 of them, sir.
Thank you. I have to reshift myself to be able to get my hands up here.
And actually, we shouldn't have to put nothing on number 4, right?
No, always put 1 on number 4. What happens if 1 comes off number 1?
Then you could have a problem.
People always say that when I was in electrical. Oh, we don't have to label the last one. You label every one.
Yeah. That's one thing, because I'm an industrial pipe fitter, that there's really no second chances for safety.
So one thing I've noticed so far is number 1 is green, number 2 is white, number 3 is orange.
Okay.
So I bet you any money when we take this thing off, each one will be colored that I can't really see from here, but so maybe they're already labeled that, so you don't have to do that. Let me take a look. You know what?
Is there any bad scarring on any of those Amphenol plugs?
Nothing. But you know what? When I unplug the plugs, believe it or not, on the fucking PCU,
Yeah.
they're actually colored.
They are on the PCU?
Yeah. You'll see when we take it out. So I didn't have to put tie wraps because they're already color coded.
Okay, you want 4 more?
No, I got to get my screwdriver if I can remember where I put it.
Here. Hang on, Zach. All right, TJ. Right here, sir.
And that black.
4 of those.
Yeah, well, why not? We've already started in game and might as well finish it. Now, at the same time, we could take this plastic inner flare off to make it a little bit easier, but you know what? We'll just see what it looks like first. I don't think it'll take a whole lot to snap this thing off, so if we have to, I guess we could snap it off.
JJ, why do you pass like that, sir, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, health reasons. Have you ever looked into it?
I'll be.
There's a screw in it yet.
I see it. Got it.
Don't pull the fucking bumper off, Jake.
It's plastic.
Holy shit. There we go. See? Look at that fucker right there.
Something bad happened in there.
Now, There's screws there.
Oh, I know. I don't know.
Well, this is fucked.
Yeah.
As long as we don't fuck up that they can read that, they're not going to be able to do nothing with this thing, right? It's fucked. But look at the pins. There's nothing wrong with those pins.
That's what my concern was.
Nope. Well, the first thing I did is when I took that. The first thing I did is when I took the pin out, like the socket out of that one.
They're so clean. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I knew right away there wasn't an issue with the connections in it. And then when I saw that little spot there, I'm thinking it's coming from the inside.
This thing's gotten contaminated.
Somehow.
I bet you if we pull it apart,
Because I mean,
moisture will come out of that thing.
I can't see from here, and normally with stuff like this,
Was there 3 or 4?
3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Got it.
So the third one was the one facing up the front.
Right.
These 2 were towards the back.
I think we're going to find a lot of moisture inside there that shouldn't be there.
Well, to be honest, normally as circuit boards, they're sprayed. Like they're totally coated with plastic. Normally.
Are they really?
Yep.
To help prevent water corrosion.
Yep. Yep. Oh man, see they got.
Look burnt.
Look at this.
Oh, that can't be good.
Well, I can see the part that melted.
Right there.
Yeah. The camera. So that's it right there, guys. You can see at the bottom there where it tracked. Maybe put a little bit of sun in there. You can probably, oh yeah, you can definitely see it there. Yeah, so wonderful.
Okay, there's step number 1.
There you go, sir.
Boy, it's hard to believe it didn't affect the Amphenol plug. And did you see any bad wiring at all? The casing, everything around the wires.
The only thing I would suggest is when you talk to them, find out what actually plugs into this one.
This one here.
Well, that's where the fluid was coming out, but that doesn't mean it has anything to do with it. If they look at that, if they're a good electrical, like they'll look at that and say, wait a minute, that circuit runs something, something, something.
Because you can see where it got hot.
Yeah, but I think it was just this shit melting and just dripping out of there.
Out of it.
I guess you can snap that back in there and just put these screws in there. There's nothing we can do with it. That's up,
No.
yeah.
It's a complete lost cause.
But at the same time, it's kind of nice that we actually found it and didn't go to the shop, because that would have been how much money just for them to even say what the problem is.
Thousands of dollars.
Don't even fix it. Just say, well, this is what the problem is. What do you want us to do?
Yeah.
So
Can't figure that out, huh?
it saved a couple bucks, anyways.
No, a couple of thousand. I'm telling you, because by the time they did everything that you did last night, no. And that's what I told the church. I was like, man, this guy stayed up there until it was dark.
Oh, yeah.
It was 9:30 when I finally got in the van last night.
Yeah, we were using cap lamps.
And I was like, it was just crazy, way past anything. And I was like, I told Zach, I was like, Zach, he's like, well, what do you think will it take to repair it? I was like, I don't have any idea. You know?
and I don't either.
Well, but a little bit, well, I think a lot of it, you know, is common sense. If you see a burnt mark,
yeah, but we didn't even know where the problem is. The nice thing about it is when you grow up on a farm, work on 5 farms, it's not like you just sit there and sit in your vehicle and your tractor or whatever and just wait for somebody to come fix it. You get your ass off.
That's right.
There you go, sir.
Well, all right, one down.
Oh my lord.
She had burnt cigarette butts on her head.
Oh no.
It took me about 3 weeks for me to walk within 10 feet of her without her losing her.
Oh my god.
Here. Oh, I don't have
Propane torch to check for fuel leaks.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Oh!
You too? Oh, I know what the
That's
hell's
a torch,
going on.
It is.
All right, guys, just a quick update. January the 19th. So today's my 17th day on my fast. The only thing I can tell you right now, and I don't know. Yeah, I know. I gotta clean up. The thing is, oh, let me show you this. So, you know where I am by now. And do you remember way over there? There was a bunch of guys, and they're all gone now. They were here for about, interesting enough, for about 5 days. And yeah, so interesting enough, they were here for about 5 days, and they had their quads off their trailers and stuff like that. I've seen them leave once. So they all come out here, they all gather, they got their quads and everything, and the quads never moved for except for 1 day. So I guess they just wanted to get away from the wives. Here we go, comments. Speaking of comments, it was interesting. So my last video, I had a comment, and it's down there if you want to read it, but one of the subscribers, their wife says, well, the reason why he's doing a fast because he's has no money, or he's ran out of money. I love YouTube. It's awesome. I'm doing a fasting for the health reasons. It's not that hard to understand. If anybody's actually done a fast or looked into it, it's huge beneficial. And it takes about 3 days to actually get the most out of a fast, and then after that, it becomes mainly, which I believe is mainly weight loss. But prior to that, your ketones and your dead cells and stuff like that, it does a huge cleanse in your body. So how much longer I'm going to go, I don't know. One thing I have noticed, which makes sense, the thermal. So when you eat food, your body's working, so it produces heat inside your body. While when you're not eating, there is no thermal inside your body. So I find the cold now is like 8 degrees, which normally I could sleep out in the ground at 8 degrees. Now I find it's like minus 20. So I find it very cold at night. Even when it gets down to like 10 degrees or whatever, I got a toque on and everything, which is something which I kind of assume, right? But that's an interesting fact. But as far as everything else goes, I'm still not hungry. So when I watch these channels, and I do like Mr. Ballin and Dave, he used to be a police officer. Now he does missing people. He does reports on missing people. It's Can-Am, missing people. So Canada and the U.S., kind of like my rig. And he talks about, you know, people are saying, yeah, the sheriff said they found them. They were passed and they were gone for like 2 weeks and they died of starvation. You're not going to die of starvation in 2 weeks. Dehydration, you got 4 days tops. But starvation, it's incredible how long you go. I've already done 21 days and still had no issues. So that starvation one, I don't buy that one, because you can go a lot longer without food. Your body can take care of it without food, but it will not take care of itself without water, because we're 98% water. I put the camera here because what I notice is if I put the camera this way facing my trailer, it has a hard time with this gray, I think, because it keeps moving the focus all the time. So that's why I'm pointing this way. And then, of course, I brought the camera in a little bit. My last video, when I was recording the lantern behind me, I was standing on the other side and the wind played havoc on the mic, so I apologize for that. But that's why it's here now, so there should be no issue with the sound. You would have saw me for the last couple days. I've been helping this gentleman, Marshall, with his van. So found out that the issue was coming down from, so why Dodge puts your PCM in front of the front tire, I have no idea. Anyways, we believe there's got moisture inside it. You would have saw a video, you would have saw it. And so I went online. He says he can't really get service out here. So I went online, I found a company here in the States that you give them the VIN number and everything off your vehicle, they will flash it and give all the updates and then ship it to you. And you're looking between, and it says on the website, between $250 and $500. Well, that's, to me, pretty cheap. So I'm gonna go over here in about an hour and test a couple more things out on the vehicle that I just kind of lay there thinking about. And then let them know about this website. We might have to go into town to back to Carl Jr.'s to use the Wi-Fi, and then he can do all that stuff on Wi-Fi. But other than that, what's the latest update? Nothing. It's still about 8 to 10 degrees Celsius at night, and during the day it's warm as hell again. So yeah, other than that, she's pretty quiet here. Like I said, my neighbors, which they were very quiet, to be honest. Never heard, didn't even hear music. So it was very quiet over there. But yeah, again, I'm all by myself out here. The RTR is over. And that's about it. You would have saw when I drove out that there's quite a bit more people here because the rock show is on and the big tent and all this kind of stuff. Does not interest me. There's a gentleman down here. He's in a truck camper. And the night when Marshall's van was out in the roadway, he stopped, and he's got a little tracker with bright yellow rims on it. So I saw the tracker, so I stopped and talked to him. He's at the rock show. I guess he's got a booth or something like that. He goes, oh, stop by and all this. But honestly, I lived on a farm and worked on farms. I picked rocks for for 12 years of my life. I picked rocks. The last thing I want to do is go to a table and pick up a rock. So not interested. Anyways, yeah. That's it for the updates. Don't want to bore you with anything else. I can't show you anything cooking because I haven't cooked in a while. So I am getting bored, and that's what happened last time. That's the only reason why I quit, because I was just getting bored. You know, I do enjoy cooking, and I enjoy doing recipes and stuff like that. So I quit not because I was hungry. I quit because I was just bored. But yeah. So I can't really tell, like, I know I've lost weight, but I have no scales, so, and, you know, did I think I was overweight? Everybody can always lose 10, 15 pounds. I mean, well, I shouldn't say everybody. Obviously, there's some people that shouldn't lose weight. They should put on weight. But to be honest, did I do it just for that? No. I actually feel good when I do it's like a cleanse, right? I feel good. Not just physically, but also mental state, right? You're taking care of yourself, because sometimes you let yourself go, and hello. I'll be the first one to tell you I do it. It's just too easy to grab a beer and sit down and go with the neighbors around a fire and drink beers and laugh and all this, but man, you can't do that every day. So it's kind of nice to just drop everything and just go back and reset, I guess you'd call it, and take care of yourself a little bit. But the older you get, the more you got to think about that. My left knee, there's something. I don't know what the hell's going on. My left knee is getting worse and worse and worse. It started happening, well, when I was traveling with Lori, it started happening. So over a year ago. And it was just a little bit of a pain, and then it would go away and stuff like that. But now, I don't know. I wake up in the morning and I'm limping until I get it worked out. And then I'm not too bad. I'll go for walks and thinking, okay, it's loosened up a little bit and all that, and then I'll sit for an hour, and especially when I drive that machine. When I'm in that side-by-side, I get out after about half an hour, and oh my gosh, I've got to, go slowly and get it loosened up again. So I, honestly, I'm not a doctor. I have no idea what's going on in there, so don't know. I really don't want to go to the doctor here in the States, because I can just tell you what that's going to entail. So I'll have to wait till I get back to Canada to go get it checked out. I should have this summer, when I went to my doctor and got all the tests done and everything, I should have just said, listen, this is the issue, and go get it scanned or something to find out maybe there's something going on inside her. So, but anyways, guys, I'm going to head over, like I said, to Marshall's van here and do a little bit. I'm not going to take the camera because obviously you saw me yesterday doing the work on it, and we took the PCM out and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go over there and show them, and I just want to do a couple little tests too. So I guess for any mechanics out there, the fuse that blew that I found actually ran the transmission and that circuit. I looked it up because it's all short form, right? And I didn't know what it was, so I looked it up, and it's like the transmission and a couple things. So it had to do with that circuit. I'm going to go put a 5 amp fuse in there and turn the power back on. And if it blows the fuse, then we obviously know there's a wiring problem in that circuit somewhere. If nothing happens, I guess we can't really do anything until we put the PCM back in. But we'll just take a look right now. Like I said, I'll put a 5 amp fuse. That way, in case there is an issue, I shouldn't do any damage putting half the fuse. It's supposed to be a 10 amp, but put a 5 amp. I got my case in there full of fuses, so yeah, I like to help them out. So anyways, we'll do an update later. Alright guys, this is going to be the end of this video. Maybe just to give you a little bit of clarification on that problem that Marcus had on the van. When I first got there, he just said he came in off the highway, so from where he was, This is where I come into towards my camp, and then I make my first right to come down this road. So the road that he was broke down on is called the Peace Trail, and he was basically 100 yards off the asphalt road. Anyways, I came in there, and when I stopped, he said that basically people were just passing him, and he was there for a while, and nobody even stopped to help him. And when I came in from town, that's when I saw him and stopped, and then I had to come back here to get some tools. But he just said he was driving, and the van just stopped. Like there was no, you know, dun 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 or no, nothing like that. It just quit. So right away I said, okay, that's an odd problem. It's, you know, I had some things in my mind, but I'm thinking, well, no, I don't think it would just do it just that quick. Like originally I thought, well, maybe the fuel pump, maybe the fuse for the fuel pump blew, but I don't know if it would actually just stop immediately or whether it would choke a little bit. He says no, he's just driving, and then the whole thing just shut off. So when I first started looking at it, I actually checked to see if it will start, and it wouldn't start, and then there was a wire broke off. And personally, I think what happened is he went underneath there to look at the starter and maybe pulled the wire off because it wasn't held on by that much. So we fixed it, but it still wouldn't turn over. So I took the relay for the starter out, and of course you have the coil, and then you have your two contacts that close like a light switch for the starter. So I just jumpered it across, and you would have saw that, and then all of a sudden the starter started cranking the engine. So then I told him to put the key in the run position. Don't even worry about trying to start it, just leave it in the run position. I tried it and it didn't start. So there was obviously a bigger issue here on that circuit. Found a 10 amp fuse that was blowing, but when I looked on the fuse box, it was all the short form abbreviations, right? But I don't know what they are, like EDC and all this kind of stuff. I replaced it. Well, within about 2 seconds of me replacing that fuse, I could smell that smell. And any guy that's ever worked on anything electrical, you know that smell. So I pulled the fuse out, so it didn't blow. I just pulled it out right away. And PCU. Found out it was coming down from below, but behind a piece of the skirting behind the wheel. And the second port in, you could see where there was that kind of that black melted, that tall tale sign. So I found a place, I believe it's called Flagship. It's in the States here. And he just gave the serial number off his vehicle and everything like this. They're going to flash it to make sure it's got the right program and everything, and ship it. $253, I think he said. I was blown away because he asked me, and I said, honestly, for this, I said, you're going to be looking at $1,200. I couldn't believe it. Like, I mean, that is cheap. Anyways, it's not going to be here for another 3 to 4 days. We'll go from there. So what I did is I went back, and I might have even said this in the video, I can't remember now. I went back and put a 5 amp fuse in that circuit. Obviously the PCU was removed. Sorry, PCM was removed, and it calls for a 10 amp. I put a 5 amp and plugged it in and put the battery post back on, and it sat there in the fan. You can hear stuff, and it didn't blow. So I'm thinking, okay, that's kind of makes me feel better. But I said it still doesn't mean that it's not a circuit that goes in and comes back out again and then it shorts out. So I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm hoping for him that this takes care of it. If not, he's going to have to put it on a tow truck and take it to a shop, which I hope he doesn't have to, because he paid $900 for the van, and we know what happens when it gets into the shop. Other than that, that's it for that situation. And then I was helping a lady down here with her generator and stuff. She had a bunch of broken wires, so I fixed them up fast. I'm on day 20. So tomorrow, I ran out. So I went to take a shower last night and rinsed off, got all lathered up, rinsed off. Halfway through my rinse, I started losing water. And at the end, it was just enough for me to get the soap off me, and that was it for water. So I'm bone dry. I have lots of drinking water, but I'm bone dry in my tank, which is not bad. So I'm going to say I got here on the 26th of December, and I think I filled up the tank about the 22nd of December. So that's a month, and that's very decent. So I'm going to take the truck into town tomorrow, fill up that tank. And then I'm going to go to the grocery store, and I had somebody comment and say, how do you break the fast? the first thing you want to do is no carbs. You don't even want food because your stomach hasn't seen food. For me right now, it's going to be 3 weeks. So I'm going to get bone broth. Now, when I was back at home, there was a health food store, and guys from my town, it's the one that's right across from the post office. I forget what it's called. And their bone broth was actually in the freezer department because it's real bone broth. And I broke my fast with it. So I would have a cup, like a coffee cup of it, and then 2 hours later have another coffee cup, and I do that until the package is done. Usually get about 3 to 4 coffee cups. And then I would take just hamburger, a little bit of salt and pepper, and just cook hamburger, like about the size of a tennis ball. So strictly protein, no carbs. Because when your body is doing what I'm doing, basically, you know, a lot of people say, well, you're starvation. Well, technically, your brain's thinking it's starvation. So if it sees carbs, it's not going to digest it. It's going to store it immediately because it has no idea when the next time it's going to see food. So there's no carbs. So I just want protein. So sardines, like a can of sardines, and then wait a couple hours, and then a little bit of hamburger, and then wait, and then slowly get onto food that way. I don't do carbs a whole lot to begin with, but I'm not saying I don't do any carbs, because obviously if I have a hamburger, the bun's got carbs, and every now and then, like once every 3 weeks, I don't mind having pasta. But that's how I'm going to break it. So I'll do basically, I guess it's called a meal, but it's a broth meal, and I'll do about 3 to 4 of them, and then I'll do some small protein meals, probably do a little bit of hamburger, and then wait, and then do a can of sardines, then wait, and then do some more hamburger, and then just kind of get into roll that way before I actually start getting into food. That's how I'm going to break it. Other than that, that's it. I hope that's enough. Hopefully the sun it's right there. So again, like I said, I can't point the sun towards my trailer because it does the auto focus doesn't like it. So anyways, guys, I know this is a long one, and I apologize, and I hope it wasn't too long. And for the people that, you know, don't like that part of the video about me working on a vehicle, well, guess what? This is my life. I'm out here for a while, and if I see somebody, I'm going to help them. I'm going to record it. I asked them permission to begin with. I always ask permission, and Marcus says absolutely. But this is part of my day, and if you want to watch my videos, this is part of my day. I can't help it. I don't mind helping people, and I wish more people would help people, but again, you saw when I was working on the van, people just go flying right past you because people don't give a rat's. People just don't care. I don't know why. That's just life. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching. As always, be good, be kind, be careful. We'll see you down the road. Bye-bye.
I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges.